This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. The police force welcomes new special police constables into its ranks who will join Course 38, strengthening its manpower and law enforcement capacity. Jasmine Duncan begins our newscast.
9 new special police constables have taken the oath and pledged to serve and protect by joining the ranks of the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force on Monday, July 8th, 2024. According to the RSLPF, this addition promises to bolster its operational capacity, furthering its mission to ensure safety and security across Saint Lucia. The constables were sworn in by Commissioner of Police Cressida Descartes-Pelleus and welcomed by Sergeant Number 806 Joseph and Assistant Superintendent of Police Brenna Camille. In her address, the Commissioner of Police assured the officers that they have joined an organization that will support them once they operate within the confines of the law. She highlighted the significant progress the organization has recently made in the fostering closer ties between the RSLPF and the community it serves. She also urged the new constables to uphold this by demonstrating exemplary conduct. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan. Tourists visiting the island passionate about environmental conservation have once again taken the initiative to address an issue they identified on one of the beaches in the south of the island. Crazy Bakey had the opportunity to speak with one of these visitors and filed this report.
Mala Maharaj and her brother Vashan Maharaj were visiting Saint Lucia and staying in Labrie when they encountered a leatherback turtle trapped in a sea moss farm at T2 Beach. Their intervention saved the turtle, inspiring them to continue visiting the beach. During subsequent visits, they observed numerous plastic bottles washed ashore. To address this issue, they organized a cleanup campaign, enlisting local residents and a Canadian family also vacationing in the area to join their efforts.
We collected over 4 large bags of trash from the beach, 95% of which is plastic bottles and cut pieces of rope. We continued to add to the bags each day as there were new trash washed ashore daily. We visited the beach 2 times a day, and from the balcony of Mr. Eves' home, we have a clear view of the sea moss farm to keep an eye out for any marine life entrapped and if there are any boats that visited the sea moss farm.
The very next day, they returned to T2 Beach and were dismayed to find even more plastic bottles, ropes, and fishing lines washed ashore. They managed to fill another garbage bag with this trash. In total, they collected 7 bags of waste. Mala emphasized that this problem extends beyond T2 Beach.
The Canadian family walked down to the village to swim close to where the jetty, where the tourists load and dock for ocean trips, is, and they saw issues with trash there from the sea moss farm and also from residential waste.
Mala is pleading with the public to be more mindful of how they dispose of garbage, particularly plastic waste.
St. Lucia need to take these call of action seriously, as this is not just a matter of if damage will occur, but how soon they will devastate our environment and economy if we do not act now. Let us unite in this mission to clean up St. Lucia, reduce plastic waste, and protect our beautiful island for generations to come.
She shared that officials visited T2 Beach on June 27th and stated that they would be removing the seemingly abandoned sea moss farm from the water. During the passage of Hurricane Beryl, the farm was completely wiped out and even more bottles and ropes were found on the shore. Mala intends to visit the island again and is hopeful for some positive change in the situation she witnessed.
I will return in a year from now to St. Lucia to write another report, one that I hope would be welcomed with much joy. Now that T2 Beach is clean, Basha and I made a new sign for visitors to say, "Welcome to T2 Beach. Keep T2 clean," for all to enjoy. As tourists of Saint Lucia, we have done our part, and now it is your turn to do yours.
For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
Career sportswoman Julian Alfred continues her winning streak, seizing the gold in the 200-meter dash at the Gyulai Istvan Memorial Meet in Hungary. Jasmine Duncan tells us more.
Down needed to indeed. Julian Alfred is already up on Thomas long before they come round into the straight. Second to left there is Julian Alfred, but now getting into one is Sherika Jackson. She's a great 400-meter runner as well. Daryl Nita trying to go with it. Good running in lane 3 there from Morrison. Oh, and Jackson pulls up. Not an abrupt pull up as Alfred takes it from Nita, and that is a great shame.
At a speed of 22.16 seconds, Julian Alfred has once again taken home the gold, matching her season's best. Big clashes on the field and in the sprints form the expected highlights at the Istvan Memorial, which is the final World Athletics Continental Tour Gold meeting before the Olympic Games. This performance favors Alfred as all eyes are on her as she is set to run against major names in the sporting discipline like Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Sha'Carri Richardson, Elaine Thompson, and Sherika Jackson. In a true display of sportsmanship, Alfred had made a personal post wishing Sherika Jackson a safe recovery following a possible injury during the 200-meter sprint on Tuesday. With congratulations in order following this win, St. Lucians and sports enthusiasts show their unwavering support for Alfred in the upcoming Olympic Games. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
In this report, we hear from the Creative Industries Minister on the schedules which are currently obtained for the National Carnival events. According to him, changes to the events will result in a watered-down experience.
Following the National Carnival Queen Show and the Groovy and Power Soca competitions, concerns have been raised about the stage management of these events and their late ending times, often extending well past midnight. Ahead of the cabinet meeting on July 8th, Creative Industries Minister Honorable Ernest Hilaire was asked about his vision for these events and whether he has plans to implement any changes.
I think those questions are valid and legitimate, and constantly every year we need to ask those questions because you want to ensure that the viewing public, both online and of course on television, as well as in person, have the most fantastic experience. So the length of a show is always going to be an issue. But I must tell you that well, for me, it doesn't really matter because once the carnival season comes, the frame of mind is that there'll be little sleep, long nights, and hyper energy. So, for carnival revelers and persons directly involved, it's not really a big deal. That's the mindset of carnival.
The minister holds the view that making drastic changes could compromise the experience and quality of the shows.
There are persons who go to the shows and they expect to have a shortened experience. I don't know how much more they can do to reduce the length of the show, for example, the Groovy and Power, because you virtually have about 10 participants in each. It's almost similar to Calypso Finals, where each Calypsonian sings 2 songs. There is a view that we should move to 1 song per Calypsonian, and some of the purists are saying, no, our tradition is 2 songs and it should stick 2 songs.
He acknowledged that stage management needs improvement, but also emphasized the necessity of having stage props for performances.
Every year we're going to continuously review it. Stage management, is necessary. You want a seamless flowing show. A lot of time it's taken up with props and other, on-stage add-ons that are part of the presentation. How can you narrow that down? How can you make it less important? But again, in our culture, those things are part of how we present the art form in Saint Lucia. Some of the other islands, you don't really see that heavy emphasis on supporting presentations, but in Saint Lucia it is.
In true Saint Lucian culture, attendees are typically late for events. The Creative Industries Minister believes that if this mentality changes and shows start at the intended time, things would flow more smoothly.
I think at the end of the day, I want to say to individuals, when you come to a show, we will try to start on time, make sure everybody's at it. I'm very big on this. And I believe if the show's supposed to start at 8, let us start at 8. And if a competitor is not there, sorry, you forfeit. That's just how it has to be. But let's start at 8. But I'm not sure I'm going to support, for example, moving to one song per Calypsonian because we want to finish by 11:30 in the night. I think it's carnival season. If you come out to a Calypso finals, come prepared to spend, the time needed for a thoroughly enjoyable show.
For the Hot 7 TV News, Chrissy Bakey reporting.
Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. Our question to you is, what are your thoughts on the results of the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competitions? Here is your point of view.
Well, the results were well accounted for. I think everybody deserved their placement. And I find Saint Lucia Soca is actually growing as we speak. And I'm proud of each and every single one of those artists who made the final cut. I hope next year we see more young people in Soca Monarch and Groovy Soca.
Well, honestly, I'm very proud of everyone who went and performed. Yes, some people I would say that Nerdy should have won. I heard a lot of people saying that, but in my humble opinion, if the judges said that that's who won, that's who won. But either way, I'm very proud of everybody who performed. They did extremely well, but based on the judges' inputs, if those who won, that's it.
I know the time just changed, but it's more the judges. I wasn't happy if some of the results, but it done is what it is, so we just have to try and deal with it. Hopefully next year they should really check into that and really put in place, you feel me, a better way for them to judge that, because I was disappointed, but what I can say.
Results was okay with the Carnival Soca Rama. Yeah, so I believe everything went fair. Especially the guy that sing the Lucian song. Yeah, that was a very nice song. Rikiti, oh yeah, good performance, everything.
Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV to share your point of view on trending topics in the news. Coming up next, SJC alumni host Career Symposium and the Ministry of Health shares advice ahead of Carnival events. All that and much more coming up when we return.